99% of men don't do this. Women love it. That sounds extreme, maybe, but let me ask you this. How many times have you seen a guy who seems to have it all, yet still struggles to create deep, meaningful connections with women? It's not about looks, money, or confidence. The truth is, most men completely overlook certain small, yet powerful gestures that can make them irresistible. And today, I'm about to reveal 7 hidden secrets that women secretly crave, but admit that these aren't the typical dating. You've heard a 100 times versatile psychological triggers backed by both science and ancient Stoic wisdom that can transform the way women perceive you, making you unforgettably trying too hard. Imagine this: what if you could tap into the subconscious desires that most women didn't even realize they have? What if you could effortlessly stand out from 99% of men, not by chasing, not by proving yourself, but by understanding what truly makes a woman feel seen, desired, and connected? And here's the thing. If you don't know these secrets, you are at a disadvantage. You could missing out on building the kind of attraction that keeps our thinking about you long after you've left the room. That's why you need to stay. And until the end of this video, the final secret is the most powerful one. And once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Before wed, then do me if you're serious about mastering these, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of life-changing insights coming your way. Let's get started with secret number 1. The power of touch before intimacy. 1. The power of touch before intimacy. Picture this: your own a date, the conversation is flowing. She's sawing and everything seems to be going well, but something feels off. You can sense that the connection isn't quite thither. She's engaged but not fully in. You drop her off, send if text, and then silence. No response. With a pond, most men focus only on word schwan, trying to build attraction. They think a great conversation is enough, but for women, connection is not just verbal, it's physical and emotional. And there's an underrated way to create that connection. Touch, not in a pushy aggressive way, not in a way that makes her feel uncomfortable, but in a subtle, intentional, and deeply meaningful way. And of the most overlooked gestures that women seek, crave is a simple gentlest. Before intimacy sounds simple, right? But here's why it's powerful. For a man, emotional connection is just as important, if not more, than physical attraction. A well-placed, non-sexual tick communicable. It says, I see you. I care about you. I want you to feel safe and comfortable with me. It's not about being a massage therapist or trying to impress her. It's about presence, being in the moment, making her feel relaxed, understand, desired, not just but emotion. The key. It's not just about talk itself, it's about intent behind it. If you're just going through the motions, it won't work. But if you're present and actually paying attention, Toho shares spins, she will feel it. Marcus Aurelius, of the greatest Stoic philosopher, said, waste no more time marking what a good man should be one overing. It'n't make it weird, just be in the moment, and let your actions speak for themselves. Here's the harsh truth. Most men never take the time to understand this concept. That's why they remain part of the 99% who struggle with emotional intake. But the men who create a deep, lasting connection. Women can't forget, in a world where most guys are on instant gratification, Asian and surface level interactions, this kind of thoughtful approach is rare. But when you'll master it, you become part of the empecent. The men who truly understand what women desire on a deeper level. Now let's secret to flirting with confidence and respect. Move on to a secret mirror, or tough art of flirting with respect. Most men misunderstand flirt. They either avoid it coming across as pushy and desperate, or they hold back too much, if making a mistake. The truth is, women love flirting beautifully when it's done with confidence, subtlety, and respect. The man who knows how to flirt effortlessly stands out because he creates an energized pad, feels exciting without pressure. Flirting isn't about impressing her with false jokes or exaggerated compliments. It's about keeping things playful, lightened, engaging. Think of it like a danceo lead. She follows, but neither of you shall feel forced into the same movement. The best way to do this is teasing in a fun, light-hearted way. For example, if she says she loves a certain type of food, you could respond with, really, that's the best you've got. Clearly you've never had my cooking. It's a subtle challenge that keeps the conversation interesting while creating a sense of playful compassion. More importantly, good flirting isn't about seeking an approval moment. You try too hard to impress you loser edge women, and Dora, naturally drawn to men who are reinfortable in their own skin, who can joke around without needing validation. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in a high value. Man doesn't flirt to win a woman over. He flirts because he enjoys the interaction itself. He remains emotionally, never desperate for her response beyond words, eye contact and body language. Aki, a confided dense smirk, a slow nod or a well-timed post speaks louder than any pickup line. Attraction isn't built through words, it's built through presence, energy, and confidence. When you'll flirt with the right mindset, women feel excitedly so. Are you flirting toipris, or are you flirting by kuzu? Enjoy moment. Master this and you'll see how attraction shifts in. Your favorite secret, secret 3. Why touching her hair at the right moment, creating her hair. Most men completely overlook this, but women love it when Amen no shout to touch their hair. When done at the right moment is one of Thosmos' guests that can create an instant emotional connection. But if done wrong, it can feel awkward, forced, or even intrusive. Key lies in understanding why this works. The scalp is one of the most sensitive areas of the body, filled with nerve endings that trigger deep emotional responses. A well-placed, gentle touch on her hair can send subtle yet powerful signals of intimacy, trust, and attraction. It's not just about the physical sensation, it's about the spoken message. I see you present with you and am tuned to your energy. But here's where most men go wrong. They either ish it or do it mechanically without any real connection. Bind the gesture touching her hair, and about playing with it absent-mindedly. It's about creating a moment of closeness. Picture this. You are sitting with her engaged in conversation, and at just the right moment, you gently brush a strand of hair away from her fist. That single action done with intention and confidence can say more breath in words ever could. Timing is everything. This isn't something you do a first encounter or before you've any emotional connection. That it works best when she already feels comfortable with you, when there's chemistry and warmth in the air. If she leans in slightly, if she smiles in a way that invites closeness, that's when you know the moment is right. The worst thing you can do is force it when she isn't ready, which is why presence and awareness are crucial from a Stoic perspective. These back to emotional intelligence and restraint. Stoicism teaches us to read situations without acting on impulse, to remain in control rather than being controlled by desire. This means not reaching out just because you want to, but rather because it's the right mento. Create a connection. So then next time you're with a woman and the commitment feels right, don't underestimate the power of a simple touch on her hair when done with confidence and intention. It's one of the most rare subtle gestures that make a lasting socket. For the subtle power of a hand on her back impacts secret number 4th hand on her back in public. This might seem like a small insignificant, but in reality it speaks volume. A simple confident touch on a woman's lower back as you guide her through okra while walking to Kumano, sates a mething perfended lie, attract to leadership, confidence and protection. And yet, a 9% of men either overlook it or hesitate, unsure whether they should do it at all. Women don't need ground displays of masculinity to feel secure. They need subtle instinctual signals that a man is grounded, presented capable of leading. When you place your hand on her back in a calm, self-assured way, you send a message that you are in control of yourself, in situation without having to say a single word. It's not about dominance or control, but rather about showing her action that you're there, you're aware, and you're leading with quiet confidence. But here's where most men go. Either hesitate to muck, making this moment feel awkward, or that awed in a way that feels forced and unnatural. This isn't about possess, nor is it about seeking validation. It's about presence in Donna correctly. The touch is light but the lip brief, but intentional, just enough for her to feel it and register your presence in a way that feels effortless and natural. Picture this: you're walking city beside, heading toward the entrance of a restaurant. As you step ahead to open the door for her, your hand briefly rests on her lower to gesture that subconsciously her thatches with a man who moves with confidence and intent. From a Stoic perspective, this ties directly into self-mastery and emotional presence. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. 1. An awake man doesn't seek approval for his actions, he simply embodies strength, awareness, and quiet control. When you place your hand on her back, you aren't seeking air action. You're simply being a man of presence and leadership, and that alone is magnetic. In a world where many men are either too timid or too forbearing, mastering this simple yet powerful move sets you apart as someone who understands the subtle balance of strength and care. Secret number 5, Bisque 5 being her protector in small ways, her hero the protector being Bunga. Protector descent means saving a woman, acting like her personal body. Women today are independent, strong, and fully capable of hand-on challenges. Others, they still crave a man who makes them feel safe, not in a dramatic overfeed way, but in the small consistent actions that show you've got their baka, emotionally and physically. Most men assume that being a protect means stepping in only during extra situations like breaking up a fight or defending your honor in some grand display, but the truth is, it's the little things that build trust and attraction over time. It's how you react when Sumian is rude to her. It's making Shish gets home safely without making a big deal out of it. It's standing busy to her during an uncomfortable situation or foreign, silent yet undeniable support. Women notice and appreciate these small acts of reliability. A man who is pressure, who handles situations with composure, who is present but no verbering. This is what makes her feel safe. And in a world full of unpredictable people, stability is rare and incredibly attractive. But let's be clear, being a doesn't mean controlling Hera, making her feeling capable. It means someone she can rely on when it matters, a man who doesn't escalate the situations unnecessarily, but who also doesn't shy away when Themamin calls for strength. This is where Stoic philosophy, Backerman valuably pissed once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to that matters. A Stoic man is emotionally steady. He doesn't act out of impulse or insecurity. Instead, he observes his response with calm precision and thoughts, exactly what makes a woman feel at ease in his presence. When you invite this kind of calm, steady energy, use tend out from the 99% of men who either overreact or don't act. You becometh one kind of man who doesn't just about being strong. You demonstrate through your actions without ever needing to say a word. Secret 6 psychologic effect of mentioning Adriam about her secret number 6 or Aftriums. This one is subtle, yet incredibly pure. Most men never think tows it, but when done right, it creates an emotional connection that lingers in a woman's mind far longer than any compliment ever could. It's the power of suggesting that she's been on your mind even when you weren't awake. Imagine having a casual conversation and, at some point I had the strangest dream about you last night, and you pause. You didn't rush into Dios. You let her curiosity build. 9 times out of 10, she lean in and ask, really, what was it about now? Heresy. You don't need some elaborate, overly romantic dream. Keep it simply and slightly playful. Something like, I don't remember all of it, but we were just sitting in a cave talking about something deep, and it felt around her that she holds a place in your subconscious, and that there's an unspoken connection between you and them. Women are deeply emotionally and intuitive. They love the idea of being thought about in a way that isn't forced or calculated. A dream is a me thing out of your control, something your subconscious conjured up, and that alone makes it feel genuine and intriguing. It's not like a planet. It's an organic mint that makes her wonder why was in his dream. This taps into a core element of female psychology, mystery, and a motel connection. A woman wants to feel special, but not in an obvious generic way. Saying, I had a dream about you makes her feel important without pressure, It's subtle, it creates intrigue. It's not something most men think to say. Now let's connect this Stoicism. A Stoic man doesn't beg for attention. He allows natural curiosity work in his face. He understands that beck just enough to guide her forward without breaking stride. It's a moment acquiote. Leadership attraction isn't about chasing, it's about creating a pull. Instead of trying too hard, he lets small effortless moments build deeper emotion. So, next time you're in a conversation with a woman, remember this simple psychological trigger, don't avarice it, enforce it. But when Themament is right, watch how it makes her lean, and how it makes her start seeing you differently. Secret number 7, Ferret 7. How a well-groomed beard triggers primal attract protection. Charm off a beard. You might think that facial hair is just a style choice, but chance and psychology too wise. A well-groomed beard does more than just change your appearance. It shifts how women perceive you on a deep subconscious level. Studies have shown that women often associate bearded men with strength, maturity, and protection. 3 qualities that trigger primal attraction instincts. Think about it. N-teams, warriors, and leaders most always had beards. Of beards symbolized wisdom, resilience, and masculinity traits that signaled the man's ability to provide, protect, and lead a vented day. Those associations haven't fade when a man wears a beard, while he's as more predominant, more self-assured, and even more reliable. The catch: it's not just about growing a beard, it's about maintaining it. A messy, unkempt beard can signal laziness, while a well-groomed beard demonstrates disks and self-awareness. This is why women are drawn to men with facial hair that looks intentional, not neglected. It subtly communicates, I take care of myself, I'm in control, and I understand my own presence. This ties directly into Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its guts." In the same way, your external appearance reflects your inner. Beard isn't just facial hair. It's a statement of compassion and self-mastery. You're not just letting it grow. You're crafting acknowledge that aligns with the presence I want to command. And let's not forget enough, the biggest psychological facts contrast a well-mended beard frames the face, accentuating strong jawlines and making facial expressions more distinct. This natural line enhances attraction because it gives off a sense of ruggedness, balanced with reef and a combination that women thinner. So, does this mean you need a beard to be attractive? No, but if you can grow one, it's a tool worth considering. And if you already have yoni, obtaining it properly can amplify the way people perceive you, especially women's. Final conclusion: how to applying these secrets with effortless confidence. Apply these secrets and set yourself apart. This point you've unlocked 7 hidden secrets that most men completely overlooked. Yet these small powerful actions can change the way women perceive you forever. Each one taps into subtle psychological triggers that build trust, intrigue, and deep attraction with it. Trying too hard. So, let's recap. Power of touch before intimacy. In emotional connection, most men ignore flirting with sets you apart as confident and in control. Touching her hair at their moment sparks a bunches. Placing your hand on her back in public signals quiet leadership and security. Being her protector in the small moments makes her feel safe in a way she won't even realize she craves. Asing the power of dreams plays with her emotions in a way that builds curiosity and attachment. And finally, at the of a well-maintained beard taps into primal instincts of strength and masculinity. Now the question is, how do you apply all of this in real life? That key is not to force it. Attraction is built through presence, confidence, and self-awareness. If you're trying to hard to check off every secret in your interactions, you'll come across as unnatural. Instead, let these insights become a natural extension of who you are. Pay attention to opportunities. If you're walking beside her, let your hand rest lightly on her back. If she's comfortable with you, use a playful touch in her hair at the right moment. If you sense curiosity, ity mention a dream Yahoo had about her. The more effort elf feels, more powerful it becomes. And here is something even more important: the secrets don't just make you more attractive to women. They make you a better man overall. When you practice confidence, presence, and self must stand out not just in dating but in every area of life. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a sense of purpose, control, and quiet strength. This is where Stoicism becomes a gamicker. The Stoic man doesn't seek validation, he doesn't chase, he simply is. He moves with, stays grounded in his values, and lets his presence speak for itself. Understands the true attraction is it's about how yourself in every moment. So no, it's up to you. Will you be like the 99% of men who overlook the small but powerful behaviors? Or will you aptly what you've learned, elevate our presence, and step into the 1% of men who truly get it? If you're ready to start implementing these secrets, drop a comment below and let me know which one surprised you the most. And if you found value in this, hit that like button, subscribe, and